Take two. Okay, this is take two because I kept repeating a lot in the last one, and I honestly felt like, what's the point of me doing a 15-minute video on choreography? I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again, but adding different things in every time, like every 5 seconds. But I keep repeating them over. So this time, I'm trying my best to not do that. So here are the things I'm going to be talking about: conducting your moves, knowing your dancer apart from their choreography, like from your choreography. And then I'm going to be also telling you guys about okay, let me repeat this. Gotta repeat. Knowing your dancer from the choreography, knowing that your choreography has to match your music. Always pick the music before you pick the choreography. Then the next thing is choreography. Connect the moves. Make sure you know your dancer from your choreography. So if your dancer has 10 slots, don't give her a backpacking routine. Don't shorten your routine. Just give her a new routine that you already have. And have multiple routines prepared in case of an emergency. And then another one I have for you guys is, let me think here. Don't teach. Nah, that's not what I was going to say. Know who you're dealing with. That's for sure. Connect the moves, know who you're dealing with, know your dancer. Don't change your routines to fit other people's expectations. Now let me tell you, opinions on choreography. If somebody has an opinion on your choreography, you don't always have to listen to it, but definitely take it into account. What are they talking about? Look at your routine. So do the routine yourself and see if it makes sense. Don't just say it makes sense all because you want it to make sense. If it doesn't actually make sense, then don't do the routine. That simple. And so basically, first, knowing your music and your dance. Your dance has to match your music. So basically, I did a routine where it had none of the moves connected at all. It was terrible. And the worst part was, I'm sorry, this is such a horrible thing. I really regret this back then. But this was like a beginner stage for me, and that's fine. So basically, I made a routine. This is like talking about all the things I'm telling you to do. The song and the song was perfect. Choreography, not perfect at all. Basically, I did this thing where, how do I say this without it being horrible? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I made this routine where none of the moves connected. The moves were good, but the choreography mixed with the music was bad because the whole song would be over before the intense part got there. And without the intense part, the story for my dance didn't really make much sense. In Black and Blues, I'm kind of guessing you can already guess the story because it's the same as in the show. It's exactly how it sounds. Black and Blues, it's about getting hurt by people you care about. That's what the song is about, for sure. And so for me, it was a big thing when I realized, oh crap, none of my moves connect. This is kind of a horrible dance. It kind of makes no sense at all. And for some reason, people are over here acting like this dance is good, and it's just not. So that was really bothering me. I realize why now, because when all my moves connected, the song did not match, the dance did not match the song. The song's perfect. Sometimes if your moves don't connect, it makes everything look off. It can make the dancer look off. Sometimes the dance won't look correct with your dancer because of its moves. If they don't connect, it doesn't make sense. Like sitting, I think it's pose 3 or kneeling pose 3 with floor work combo 3. And it's like, it connects really well. I'm able to do a lot with it, which I really love. And yeah, that's kind of that part. But next is also the fact that my music, it matches. My beginning routines never match the song at all. It get intense by the time the song was over. So you're like, oh my gosh, okay, this is a great song. But this dance would be over by the time the great part of the song got over. And so that was I really hated that. I was like, I need to get better at this. So I stopped coaching for a while. Then I came back to coaching and made better routines. I was like, okay, I learned how to coach some more. I was like, I need to make a new routine. I need to make a jazz routine, bro. So I made a jazz routine and I learned how to connect the moves better. After seeing some people online do this, other people coaching, I was like, okay, I see what I need to do. I see what I need to accomplish. And so I started doing that. I saw, oh, okay, this is what I need to do. These guys have connected their moves and their music matches the dance perfectly. Why doesn't mine do that? Oh, it's because my stuff is over before the song, which can also be the story of your dance, it's like the dance. The song is just getting good while the dance is just ending. And so it's like certain competitions, not certain crappy competitions, will take off points. Not crappy, just certain competitions. They'll take off points for your dance being short, no matter what. So you have to pick a perfect song that matches the dance. And so also, now it moves on to like knowing your dancer. Certain dancers, they won't be able to backpack, and some will be able to backpack. Make routines for both. If you have a perfect song you love, and you're like, okay, I could do really great big inspiration for this, but then you're like, oh wait, what about the dancers who can't backpack? Make the routine make it a backpacking routine, okay? Because you should not have to down your talent for somebody that could not keep up with a certain type of dance that requires a certain type of talent. Some people can do this and some people can't. You need to make a routine for those who can and for those who can't. And so it's like permanent team or temporary, just for fun team. You need to know, okay, I need to make a routine for people who can backpack and people who can't backpack. My best routines are lyrical. I have one jazz routine. It's originally a backpacking routine, but it also really does work as a, what's the word I'm looking for here? It really does work for a non-backpacking routine. So for me, I have a jazz routine that I give every dancer who can't backpack. You can't backpack, you're going to do this jazz routine because you can't backpack. It's that simple. And for my turning, I think I have this one routine. It's like a Yes to Heaven solo, maybe? I was like working on this Yes to Heaven solo, but my dancer, she was like, hey, okay, I can't backpack. I was like, oh, okay. And so we just ended up I just ended up shortening the dance, which I didn't want to do originally, but I was like, whatever. So I'm probably just going to make that routine for a lyrical who can't backpack, and then a routine for a lyrical who can backpack. I'll use the same exact moves, except this time I'll add on to it instead of ending it at a certain part, which I'm like really excited and happy about because I have a great vision. And that's the thing. We have a great vision for a dance. Don't down it. Don't like, okay, this is a great vision, this is a great concept, and the song I want to use in everything. Use that, okay? Just because a dancer can't backpack but they want to use your great idea, you don't get what you want all the time. If they can't backpack, they don't get your greatest routine, only for you to have to cut it because they don't know because they can't backpack, because they don't want to take the time to learn, or because they don't know exactly what to do on the spot. It's not the dancer's fault and it's not your fault. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, or how the river flows. That's even a saying. So sometimes it's about bad luck. Because when you're getting a dancer who can't backpack and you have so many great backpacking routines, that's kind of bad luck, and it kind of sucks sometimes. Because you have great visions and ideas for that day, but you can't use any of them because, well, your dancer can't backpack. Also, props, I'm not even joking with you. I'm doing another video on props. If you're a dancer, don't rely on your choreography with props. If your choreography can't function without props, reevaluate. Some dances, yes, you have to have a prop for. Not every competition allows props. I know, sucky and crappy comp. Because every competition should allow props, unless it's like a regional or international or national competition where they have different rounds throughout the week or the month or the day where they can't use certain things. And so that's like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks, you know? And so you kind of just have to deal with that sometimes. And you can't make routines always purposed around a prop. Because some routines you can make a prop with. You can be like, oh, I can use this prop in it. But don't make your routine, the focus of your routine, a prop. Because then you don't have the prop or the costume, it just doesn't look right. Your choreography has to be able to handle on its own, either with like certain style of music or just with the dancer. Because you can't rely on your costume, or like you can't rely on how the way you look like in your costume, or like how like what your prop is. You can't rely on that. You need to rely on the music and the choreography to get you far. When I'm in music, if you know your choreography can be used for any music, any certain type of music, then do that. Certain music has like a different type of theme. Like certain music has like a sad theme, and certain dances are focused around that sad theme. So whatever music you originally make it to. Let's say I made this song to Black and Blues. Excuse me, I burped. If you made a song to Black and Blues, then dance to Black and Blues. Sorry, not song. If you made a song to dance to Black and Blues, use any sad song for that routine if it works. Don't use it if it doesn't work, all because somebody else is doing your routine. You're doing your song. That's why it's perfect. Really good to make like versatile routines with different where you can use different music. So certain routines, yes, I can use different types of music. Like this one jazz routine for You Can't Backpack. If somebody uses my song, then I will just use a different song, because I actually have songs that can work for that, like certain routine. And so it works, you know. And not every time, like every time it won't always work, and that's like super fun. It's okay. Just know you need to make multiple different types of routines. Always make a duet or trio, because sometimes people are gonna give you a duet or trio when you don't have a routine prepared for that. So you're just gonna be sitting there clueless along with your dancer. That's why you gotta make certain routines and like a lot of routines, different routines before you start coaching officially. Like, yeah, get in a private server if you can, or even a public server, and just dance on that stage, make a routine, make sure the moves connect. Don't do a back handspring, but then all of a sudden you're over here doing a leg lift on the ground. That makes zero sense. I'm sorry, it really doesn't make any sense. Unless you're doing that like layered tilt, the floor thing, that's different, because it's like that's kind of connecting a floor move to a standing move if you have nothing else left. And then that's kind of it. So now I think about it, connect your moves, connect to your dancers, connect your music. Kind of choreography is mostly, honestly, it's all about connection, because if you already have your story / concept and your music, then your just, you know, you're connecting is all that matters now, because you have everything else. So really you just have to connect it all. In coaching, that's a lot of like what it is connecting. And now I will be doing the dancers, the different types of dancers, how to deal with certain dancers, definitely difficult ones. So yeah, this is kind of it. Connect your moves, connect the moves to the music, connect the moves to the dancer. So it's like, okay, connect your routine to the dancer. Make different routines. Don't just do lyrical, do jazz too. Have visions and ideas. You might not always be able to do them at that exact moment. Write them down or type them in your notes if you can. Your concept and your idea for it. Have your visuals, right? And think, okay, this is like a tilt or a leap. So I look up tilt or I look up leap. That's how I find my moves. If I have a vision, I'm like, okay, I want her falling from stairs. I want somebody to do that. It's like, okay, one will do a dramatic kick and the other one will do like a back walkover onto the other thing because she fell. That's what'll happen, because I know what I want. And since I know what I want, I can just take the notes and I'm good to go. And that's kind of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and don't ever let anybody down your choreography, because it's like, if you know it's good choreography and you're 100% confident, good for you. Don't compare your choreography to everybody else's, because everybody has a different coaching style. Just find yours that works for you and where most of your dancers are good at it. And that's kind of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one.